Good afternoon. This is Media Center, Ukraine, Odesa. We continue for today. Our current guest is Yevhen Horokhod, head of the charity organization Rukh Razom, Movement Together. Yevhen will tell us how his charity organization plans to help Ukraine. Good afternoon, dear ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yevhen Horokhod. I'm the founder and director of the charitable foundation. I am the citizens of Israel, and I'm sorry for not speaking Ukrainian. Hopefully, next time I will be able to speak Ukrainian. Over the last years, I have lived on the territory of Gibraltar, and with the first day of the full-scale invasion, my families, I and our friends started sending humanitarian aid to Ukraine, and on the Gibraltar territory, we organized like rallies to support the prime minister there and the officials. But at some point, I understood that it was impossible to use only our efforts to support Ukraine. That's why I decided to organize a charitable foundation. And in Gibraltar, I met a lot of clinics, hospitals, and we have agreed with three big Spain clinics and hospitals to support Ukrainian soldiers with a full spectrum of services. We have also developed logistics starting from Ukraine to deliver it to Spain, accommodation in Spain, and also the return to Ukraine. I would also like to tell you a bit about my military past. And in Israel, I graduated from the military marine school, and I served 3 years in Israeli forces. That's why from the first days I have known how we can support Ukrainian military and Ukrainian people. We have developed anti-drone equipment that help to spare soldiers' life at the front line. We have conducted exercises together with the Ukrainian army. We have received the support, and now there is the willingness to buy our this anti-drone equipment. We are going to raise funds to buy spare parts, to transfer these spare parts to the companies who will be responsible for assembly and the development of software, and then we will give this anti-drone equipment to Ukrainian army and will train Ukrainian soldiers. My family and I, regardless where we stay, always have this contact with Odesa. My children were born and raised in Odesa. That's why I decided to open this foundation in Odesa. We will continue our development. At the moment, we plan the information campaign, including billboards, websites, social media, and you will be able to learn information about our foundation on our social media. We also plan to reconstruct the Odesa healthcare institutions if there is such a need. We plan to raise funds both in Ukraine and abroad. I personally conduct negotiations with the International Foundation to get support for our projects. That's it. Thank you very much for your attention. Am I right in understanding that now you have these agreements with Spain clinics? Ukrainian soldiers can address your foundation if they need prosthetics, and you will organize treatment for them. Yes, of course. And first I need to get information about people in need to get the conclusion of the healthcare institution in Spain, and then we'll be able to get Ukrainian soldiers for the treatment there. You've also mentioned raising funds in Ukraine and abroad. What will be the objective of this fundraising campaign. This will be targeted both for treatment and prosthetics of Ukrainian soldiers abroad, and also for anti-drone equipment. We have a journalist watching press conference online is asking about the clinics in Spain. These are healthcare institutions in the south of Spain. They're quite big. Each has up to 3,000 healthcare professionals, and they're ready to cooperate. I cannot share the names and titles of the clinics at the moment. This information will be published as soon as they're ready to accept Ukrainian soldiers. This is Malaga, Frabay, and Algeciras, Palmones. As for anti-drone equipment, these are anti-drone radars for mobile teams. They could be just carried in a pocket, and they allow to detect targets for our soldiers. Is this the development of your company? And this is developed by Ukrainian companies, which are our partners. And at what stage are you now with this anti-drone equipment project? You've already had exercises. You have the confirmation of the relevant department. Now we have finalized exercises. Now we need to just update something, and we hope that after the next stage of exercises and testing, we will be able actually to receive the permission of the relevant department of the Ministry of Defense. Vladimir, don't forget to turn on the mic. And Vladimir Kryzhanovsky, the Ministry of Defense outlined, you've mentioned that when you provide support to Ukrainian soldiers, you will also help them to travel to Spain, that you have envisaged the logistics. Have you agreed this with just air companies, how it is organized? Thank you for the question. The first stage is to bring them to Moldova, and then from Moldova to Spain, to the relevant airport. We will define it later. There will be the transfers people from the airport, accommodation, and will be provided. And the person who needs prosthetics will not stay in a hospital. They will be accommodated near the hospital, so we will organize transportation every day to the hospital, and then the person will be returned back to Ukraine. Thank you very much. If there are no other questions, we hope to see you here later with successful news about prosthetics and the production of anti-drone equipment. Thank you very much. And our next briefing will be at 1 p.m. at noon. Sorry. We will have with us Vera Yastribova, the representative of the Східна правозахисна група, who will tell about the violation of human rights on the occupied territory. Stay tuned.